Welcome back, everyone, to the LA Angels franchise. Postseason action continues here in our franchise series. ALCS, American League Championship Series. First time we've been here, in fact. One series away from a World Series appearance. Can we do it? Well, we've got our backs against the wall here because this Twins team is crazy. Joe Ryan did not have a very good postseason start his last time on the mound, but this is a 105-game club in the Minnesota Twins, and it's very important that we get out to an early lead. 0-0 pitch, first pitch of the ball game, and Christian Yelich hits his fourth home run, Oppo Taco. Home run for the Angels, solo shot, 1-0 early. Gotta love to see that. Joe Ryan will end up sitting the next three batters down to go 1, 2, 3, 4, if you will. Only one hitter drove in a run. That was Christian Yelich. Reed Detmers on the mound here tonight. Gets two quick outs. And Royce Lewis going to pop this one out here to center field. That's Mike Trout out there. Patrolling center. He's got it. And that'll do it for the first inning. Let's go top two. And we've got Horwitz striking out. That's out number 2 of the second inning. Third strikeout there for Joe Ryan. Next batter up is Zach Neto. He lifts a little fly ball up there to right field. And that'll be out number 3. So unlike the first inning where we were able to tack on a run, we cannot in the second inning. So let's jump here to the bottom of the second. We got an 0-2 pitch, and that's a problem. Into the gap, and that run will score. It is 1-1, a tie ball game now after that shot by Hunter Renfroe to the opposite field. Next batter up is Ryan Jeffers. Deep fly ball to left, and oh no, the animation took us a little bit off of the wall. We were really trying to go after it, try to do a little jump. But unfortunately, no out, and Ryan Jeffers delivers another run for the Twins. He does get a little greedy, and he gets tossed out at second, but it is now 2-1 Twinkies. And we're going to go here to the top of the third. 3-1 pitch here for Chang. He delivers a single. That's a leadoff single. That's a good start. Next batter up is Sean Fuentes. Base hit back up the middle. And now the Angels have a little business, a little traffic here on the base paths. Next batter up there would be Yelich, but we tried to go back up the middle, but it was right at Joe Ryan, and he will turn the double play with his infield help. A 1-6-3 double play. You don't often see that. Double play started by the pitcher. All right, ground ball here. That's the end of the inning. Let's go here to the bottom of the third. Verdugo! Not the best attempt out there to dive for that. Not the best decision. And it's going to be 3-1 Twins. Fortunately, Kirilloff does only get to second. He was going to get a double regardless, because we were going to be throwing that back into home to try to nab the runner. So it didn't really cost us there, at least so far. This is a base hit right here by Max Muncy. Runner's going to round third, head for home, and it was a good throw, but it was offline. It was on time, but offline. It's now 4-1, and then we've got Carlos Correa grounded out there to end the third inning. So Twins up 4-1. Angels need a response here very, very badly. 1-1 pitch, gone. Solo shot, another one for the Angels. That's number 2 in this ball game off of Joe Ryan. And that's all we're going to get. So we'll jump ahead here to the bottom of the fourth. Got another strikeout. Detmers has got a lot of those here tonight, but unfortunately cannot shut these guys down with runners in scoring position. So jumping here to the top of the fifth, that is number 6 for Joe Ryan. Base hit here for Fuentes. He does love going up the middle, apparently, off of Joe Ryan. So 2 outs, a base hit here. Yelich comes up, and he strikes out. Wasted opportunity. Maybe. Potentially. We'll see if that comes back to bite us here. 1-2 pitch. Got Kirilloff. Finally, we figured him out. Another strikeout there for Detmers. Let's go top of the 6th inning. Double play ball off the bat of O'Hoppe. And the Twins will turn it. So again, another opportunity there for the Angels, and we cannot cash in. Royce Lewis comes up in the bottom of the 6th, and that ball is off the top of the wall. Literally the top of the wall, as it bounced all the way above Yelich's head. Talk about a lucky break there for the Angels. Had that thing been more on a line drive, that thing was gone. So another strikeout there for Detmers, number 7. And after the K, we are going to make a change. It's Jose Soriano time here. Top 6, 2-2. He's going to get Correa to strike out. That's a very, very nice slider. Soriano's got that type of stuff. He's got some good movement, but he does give up some line drives every now and then. But Mike Trout out there in center field, he's a good one. And we get out of the inning. All right, let's go to our next chance here. Top of the 7th, and Steven Okert comes on. Lefty-lefty matchup. We offer at that one that we probably should not have. 1-2 pitch here. Another left-handed hitter for the Angels. Deep drive for Spencer Horwitz. It's off the wall. And it's kind of a cheat code, isn't it? Because it doesn't count as a home run if you hit it there. It's not above the yellow line, apparently. Tough for Spencer Horwitz. He always gets screwed, I feel like. Chang, drive out there to left field. Little opposite field approach, but again, the Angels cannot cash in with runners on base. Let's jump here to the bottom of the 7th. Verdugo will handle this one easily. Soriano, another inning pitched, and another inning locked down. So the Angels still holding on. Now we get our first look here at Joshua Green, a custom prospect, a custom pitcher with our Patreon donations. So I appreciate the support. Here's your guy. You finally get to see him in gameplay, and he's a darn good setup man for Joan Duran. He's actually labeled as a closer. That's what he is. He's a closing pitcher, but of course when you've got Duran, there's really no room for Josh Green, so he is the setup guy, the 8th inning guy. Still 4-2 game. Verdugo handles this one. Gonna get a little aggressive there, trying to throw back to first. It never works, but I love to keep trying it. We do get a strike called here and throw down. Not in time, so that's going to be a stolen base for the Twins. Max Muncy in an 0-1 pitch. Soriano is still out there, and maybe, possibly, we should have considered taking him out. Maybe. He's almost pitched like 2.5 innings to 3 innings. Nutsos. 2.5. There's no halves. It's like, I don't even know what the number is, guys. It could be 2 1/3, 2 2/3. You don't actually know how many innings he was even throwing at that point. But the Twins get another run. And now, speaking of Joan Duran, he's out here with 1 down. Thanks to Mike Trout. Cannot handle the split finger. That's strikeout number 1 for Duran. 1-0 pitch to Logan O'Hoppe. That is a base hit down the left field line. There you go. That's going to get us started here. He was way early on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball inside. So, I mean, we were just swinging at everything. Beautiful double play opportunity, but Muncy throws it away. So we now got a runner on second base, but Spencer Horwitz does strike out. And that is it for game number 1, guys. That's it. A loss. As unfortunate as it is, that's why the Twins are so tough. They tend to come through when they have runners on base. That was the difference. We did not do that. They did. I thought we pitched pretty well, too. Obviously, Soriano... Actually, there you go. So there's how many innings pitched. Pitched 2. So he gave up 1 earned run. Detmers, I thought, did fine, too. He had the strikeout pitch working. It's just a matter of Joe Ryan striking us out when it counted, when it mattered the most. We had runners on, and we didn't cash in. So that's the name of the game, man. Baseball is about that. You get those opportunities. You don't know when you're going to get another one. So you got to make it count. Griffin Canning will get saddled with a loss here in game number 2. As you guys know, this is kind of how I like to run my postseason setup. Play game 1, simulate game 2. If it's a tie, sim game 3. But I'm going to get a little frisky here with this one in the ALCS. Just kind of speed things up a little bit. We are down 2-0. We're at home for a 3-game series, and we lose this game 12-4. So, ouch. Twinkies are killing us right now. Michael King had a great game. Our offense really didn't do too much. Sean Noel and Spencer Horwitz, only the extra base hits that we had. 2 doubles out of those guys. So that's a little rough. But here we go. We're down 3-0. We've got Chris Paddock on the mound against Bailey Ober. Can we come back and make this a series? No spoilers ahead. Don't you dare skip. Don't you dare skip ahead. We could end up drawing this series out a little bit, guys. I could end up making this one more game. We might win this game. And then next episode might be the ALCS finale. I don't know how I'm going to break it out. I do actually know, but I'm trying to draw this out as much as I can for you guys. Don't you dare skip ahead. I'm going to know in my analytics if you skipped ahead. So Chris Paddock's out here on the mound. We got a stolen base attempt, and oh no, it was a little hit and run. Verdugo's got to cut this thing off here quickly. You might want to get this in fast. We do. So we got runners on the corners now, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. Umpire gave that one to us, I think, just a little bit. Base hit here by Ryan Jeffers. Man, this guy has been killing us in this series. Such a clutch hitter, man. 1-0, Twins. 0-2 pitch. We are going to get Wallner to strike out, and that's the end of the first inning. So again, the Twins come through with runners on, and we'll see if we can, right? Full count pitch. That should fall in, shouldn't it? Yes, it's a base hit for Christian Yelich. It's a leadoff single. That's a great way to get started here. Next batter up, Shawnwell. Line drive into the left center field gap. That should definitely score Yelich. Not the fleetest of foot player anymore, but definitely deep enough to score the run. Shawnwell ties it up. There you go. Especially with nobody down, you got to make them pay. Mike Trout just absolutely turned on that pitch. I have no idea how he even got to that. I guess that's a good thing about timing hitting. All you got to do is you just got to time it. But look at that. It was off the plate inside, and somehow he was able to wrap his hands in there and make him pay. Here's a base hit to right field. That's going to move Trout over to third base, or is it? Strong throw coming from right field, but Trout's got enough speed to get in there safely. Here's a fly ball to center field. Buxton coming on. He's going to dive and make the catch, and now they're going to send Trout, and he's going to dive into home, but they call him out. What? He is safe. There's no way that he's out. The throw was offline. It wasn't even on the plate. Look at this. There's no way. There's nowhere that they tagged him. Where did they tag him? Unbelievable. So the umpire, we can't challenge it. So the umpire might be in the bag with Minnesota. What's going on here with the MLB? They don't want the Angels in the World Series, it seems like. They got the Dodgers on the other side. It would be kind of nice to have an LA World Series, don't you think, guys? But we might not get it. We're down 3-0, but we do have a lead here. All right, Chris Paddock still pitching well. Let's jump to the bottom of the third inning. Mike Trout gets another base hit. That's number 2 on the game. He's going to go off stealing out here. He's got to get back as Ohapi pops it up, and he's lucky. He's lucky that that wasn't more of a softer pop-up. We're going to try for second base here again, and Trout's in there safely. Verdugo was just trying to protect him a little bit, and we didn't think that we got a really good jump. But here's a deep drive by Verdugo. At the wall goes Buxton, and that is gone. It's in the stands. It is a 2-run shot for Alex Verdugo. He's been a pretty valuable player. Defensively, offensively as well. He can kind of come through. I like him. I like him. We might want to consider re-signing him in the offseason, but we gotta not focus on that. We gotta focus on what's ahead of us here, like this double play ball. Chang to Neto, back to first. A strong throw from Neto, but unable to double up the speedy runner, Edouard Julien. Look at how fast he was moving down the line. So we got Ryan Jeffers again, base hit right past Spencer Horwitz. This guy is just stupid. He's nutsos right now. He's got to be in the race for playoff MVP. He's got to be. AL playoff MVP. Base hit here again for the Twinkies. Wow. They're on the comeback trail. Chris Paddock's got to find a way to get out of this thing. 1-2 pitch here to Correa. This little floating slider. High and outside. It's a good pitch. Got the strikeout, but obviously he's visibly frustrated. And now in the top of the 6th, he will give way to Trevor Rogers. So we'll flip the arm slot around. We have the righty, now we go the lefty with Rogers. He does get a nice strikeout there. Next batter will be out, and then Eddie Rosario grounds out as well, and we are out of the inning. So a clean 6th inning. We jump here to the bottom of the 6th inning. 0-1 pitch with 2 runners on base, and we are taking off for third base, but look at this ridiculous throw and the tag at third. Dude, this Twins team is so tough. They play good defensively. They hit with runners on base. It's crazy. Now, in one of the innings before, Spencer Horwitz, I took him out because it was lefty-lefty matchup. And I liked Kyle Farmer against the lefty. But now he's playing first base. He dives for a ball. And now he's got an undisclosed injury. And he's got to be taken out. So now what do we do? Well, I'm going to put Jefferson Caro in the game. Maybe eventually Taylor Ward can be in a pinch hit spot because it just feels like the game's headed that direction. Like we're going to need a big hit. So let's put Caro into the game at first. Then we'll make the swap here to make him catch. And Ohapi can play first because Ohapi is able to do that. Of course, Shawnuel is the DH. He's normally a first baseman in real life. But he can't take the DH out. If you do that, we got the pitcher to hit. Don't want to do that. So, we do get out of the 7th inning. Ohapi makes the grab from Fuentes. Now, let's go here to the bottom of the 8th. Twinkies shut us down again. The Twins are too good, man. Their pitching has got it together. So, Joel Payamps. We've had our fair share of bad luck with Joel Payamps in gameplay. In sim, he's pretty darn good, but in gameplay, man, we got our struggles right now. So, Eddie Rosario steps up after a double from Byron Buxton, and that was an absolute moonshot. 5-4, 448. Ridiculous. Remember that postseason run that Eddie Rosario had for the Braves? Yeah, it's like he's doing it again now, but with the Twins. This is insane, and you can read Ron Washington's lips. Yeah, you know what he said. 5-4 game, 2-2 pitch. Ohapi dives for this one down the line, cannot make the grab. Verdugo at the wall. Probably a smart decision there by Kirilloff not to go, but we will now make a pitching change. It's up to Hunter Harvey to get this thing shut down. We're going in here to the bottom of the 9th, potentially down by 1 run, maybe more. Fuentes, nice grab there, but oh no, he tries to double him off at first base. It wasn't even that close, and now that costs us a bag. We got a runner at second base now with, of course, Ryan Jeffers comes up in the clutch. Yelich throws to home. This throw will be not in time. It is now 6-4. So where it was a 1-run deficit, now we got to score 2 runs against Joan Duran to save our season. Fuentes strikes out. Umpire first says he went. Ground ball here to first base. Yelich is out. And it is now up to Nolan Shawnuel to clutch up and continue our season. And he can't do it. Byron Buxton makes the catch. Duran gets the final out. And the Angels' season is over. And it was a good run, man. It was a good season. It was a very good season. So the timeline, guys. Season 1, make the playoffs. Maybe some people thought we probably shouldn't have. So it was a little surprising of a season to make the postseason in year 1. Year 2, people thought we probably should have made it, and we didn't, because we made it last year. So it was kind of this off and on thing with us, and then finally year 3 we were able to kind of put it together and have a good year. So I think we're coming around. Franchise is turning the corner. You know, surprises or expectations to make the postseason, to be a good club. I think that we're starting to be a little bit more consistent with the team and the performance and the output. You know, making some solid moves, making some solid trades, making some solid signings in free agency, hitting on our drafts. This is huge, right? So I think going forward, this is a really good base for trying to build this franchise out as we see the Dodgers winning the World Series. I'd be curious to see the awards. I'll show them to you up here. But I think that Ryan Jeffers probably should be the AL postseason MVP. We'll see who the World Series MVP was. It's got to probably be a Dodger. And there you go. It is Andy Pajes, 437, 3 bombs, 10 ribbies. And Freddie Freeman there on the NL side. And then there you go. Ryan Jeffers, 17 RBIs. I wonder how many he had against us I'd love to go back and count up all of that with those box scores. But yeah, he was ridiculous. So, guys, going into the offseason, we have another issue. Not only do we feel like we need to make a splash, because I feel like a lot of the moves that we've made here have been kind of nickel and diming things, like Trevor Rogers coming over, Braxton Garrett, Christian Yelich. Like, we have yet to make a huge move in free agency or via trade. So not only do we got to worry about that, we got to worry about our culture completely shifting and changing. So just when we think that we're starting to get some momentum, Ron Washington decides to retire. So now we're looking for our next manager for the Angels. And I'm starting to think that we might need a players coach, a guy that's been there, done that, right? So Washington was that, and he was successful here for a little while, making 2 postseason runs. 1 year, not, right? So we kind of been doing this on and off thing. So this is like a very crucial hire for us. Whoever you decide to go get, this is a very, very crucial hire, because we are at the stage where we're not old, but we're not really young either. We're starting to get a little younger. Guys like Fuentes, or Elvis Martinez, Spencer Horwitz is starting to kind of come around and be in his prime. Sean O'Well is starting to be on the come up, and Ohapi as well, and our pitching staff is pretty young. So it just seems like this is the moment, right? Our window isn't closed, and it's not completely open still, I guess it's kind of how I feel about our team right now. So we need to make a big move here for a manager, a good manager that's going to be able to kind of navigate our young guys and be able to work with our veteran guys. And you're also going to have to come in and make a big splash. It might upset some people, might upset some guys here on the current roster to take away some playing time, but I think what we need to do is really get this team over the top, get them over the hump. Can't make the postseason twice, miss in the middle year, and then expect that, with the group of guys that we have on our team, that we're going to take it to the next level, Trout's getting old. He's getting older. So that's a cause of concern. He's going to have some regression here. I'm already kind of seeing it. So this is a big thing. Who we're going to go get? You guys have to stay tuned for the offseason vid that's upcoming here in the next couple days. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. Unfortunately, we didn't get it done in the postseason, but we'll be back for more Angels franchise here in the next coming days. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a like if you like this thing. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.